What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I have a very special video for you guys. That took me a long time. I had to find all these Cydia tweaks. I literally had to go through 1,000 Cydia tweaks. Well, basically 400, since that's approximately all the Cydia tweaks I've reviewed. Some of them are private, some of them are actually there, so you could go through. I went through all those videos and picked the ones that people tended to like the most. And I tried to put together 20 of them. And these are going to be the 20 best, literally the best Cydia tweaks of all of 2013. And there's a handful in there that maybe came out a little bit earlier than that, but they trended in 2013. People really loved them this year, so I put them in there. And then there's probably a bunch of them that you guys already have, but there's probably got to be at least a few of them that you don't have, and you're probably just itching to get, if that made any sense. So yeah, enough chit-chat, let's get to the video itself. So the first Cydia tweak I got for you guys is called Custom Battery, and it's fairly simple, and I would rank it the most asked about Cydia tweak 2013, because every single video I made with this little thing up there, people asked, oh my god, how'd you get that, or where can you get that? And it is called Custom Battery. It's fairly simple. Go into Cydia, type in Custom Battery, and you can download it, and your battery will turn into that little icon, which slowly the circle starts to uncircularize, if you could say, as your battery drains, and it gives you a low percentage inside, and it saves a bunch of space on your status bar in case you have other Cydia tweaks. So that's that, and there are a few awesome themes for that, so go ahead and check it out. Let's go on to our next Cydia tweak, which is called Dock. As you can see, my dock moves, and I can just do this, and voila, add a few icons into there. How awesome is that? So this may have come out a little bit earlier than 2013 itself, but I know a lot of people used it this year, so yeah, that's why I'm doing it in this video. Once again, it is called Dock. Infiniboard is a different tweak, so don't mess that up with that. Let's move on. Alright, so number 18 is Smudge. This one's fairly simple, but all you iOS 7 fans out there that can't really upgrade because your device is jailbroken may appreciate this. You know the little blur effect in iOS 7? Well, let's add it here. When I double click, here's my switcher, and up here, as you can instantaneously see, it's blurred out, and I really like that effect. It just looks really cool, and it allows you to focus on here and not up there, if that makes any sense. But it's just a normal tweak. Once again, it is called Smudge. Let's keep moving on. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible and not waste any time. Alright, the next Cydia tweak is a very exciting one that not a lot of people know about, but I really love it, and I hope you enjoy it. Now, it's sort of like a secret folder within an app, if that, well, let's show you. Simply do this to any application, and then you can tap on any of those little spaces and turn any application, literally any application, into a folder. How awesome is that? That is called Apex and is number 17 on our list, and I'm going to give you a little example right away. Voila. So as you can see, QuizUp is right next door, so let me go ahead and find QuizUp. That begins with a Q. Yeah, here we go. And QuizUp disappears from over there. And voila, now it is within our little folder's reach. So as you can see, our folder. And that little outline, if you want to make it completely secretive, you can go into settings and hide that. And yeah, simple as that. Let's keep moving forward. The next Cydia tweak is a well-known Cydia tweak, and it is called OXO, and you just recently saw it, in which you have, say I go ahead and launch stocks. I'm going to close out of stocks. Sorry if this is a little slow. This is an iPod 4G. And as you can see, I have this little thing, and from here on out, I can either hold down the application, say if you want to close a bunch of applications in this, then you can go ahead and click X, and yes, and if you just want to close down one application, instead of holding it down and clicking X like the normal traditional switcher, you just swipe downward. Voila. On here, you have your cool little music player that just looks awesome with the little volume rocker, and then of course the best feature is the brightness slider along with the toggles. How awesome is that? So, let's keep moving forward. That is OXO, spelled A-U-X-O. Don't leave yet, I got a few other Cydia tweaks to show you. Just kidding, there's like 19 more to go. Alright, let's keep going. The tweak we'll be talking about is called Taskmaster, and it allows you to do a bunch of things directly by sliding over to the left. Now over here is your little search option if you're not running iOS 7, that is, but if you are running iOS 6, then this might come in handy, since most people don't really search for apps, they just find their app and click on it. This whole section just is left out, and I can see why Apple decided to get rid of it in iOS 7. But here, this guy who created Taskmaster decided to add a brightness slider, volume, and you can see which music is playing. You can automatically tweet from right here. You can also see a bunch of information about your iPod Touch, iPhone, whatever the heck you're running. And of course, you can turn on and off certain things like Wi-Fi or Do Not Disturb or so on and so forth. It's a really, really awesome tweak, and it's one of my favorites of 2013, or as cool people say it, 2K13. Let's keep moving on. So that was Taskmaster. Hey guys, so number 14 on our list is called lock screen toggles, and as you can see, it's a typical clock, the normal clock, except the fact that it slides right and left. And when you slide to the left, you can see a bunch of toggles, and a lot of Cydia tweaks have to do with toggles. So as you can see, toggle, 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 you can turn off Wi-Fi, and it's just a really, really efficient way instead of unlocking your iPod, going into settings, turning on airplane mode, all that dumb stuff. Nope, just slide to the left, turn on airplane mode, and voila, you're good to go. That is called lock screen toggles, and it is a really, really awesome Cydia tweak, and I hope you decide to go get it. Yeah. Really in-depth Cydia tweak in which it's basically called live papers, and as you can see, my background is sort of moving. You can pretty much see that, and I know if I didn't review this, someone is bound to ask a question inside of the comment section, so might as well review it. So these little bubbles over here is the bubble theme, which you can get more themes off of Cydia. The application itself is live papers. I'm not going to go in depth because there's a lot of videos I went in depth on this. This is one of my favorite Cydia tweaks, so you can go ahead and check out my video, or you could go ahead and get the tweak and mess around with it yourself. So that is called live papers. Well, it isn't necessarily a tweak, it's more like a Cydia app that you get off of Cydia, and it is called Movie Box, and it's very, very famous, I guess you could say, considering the fact that it allows you to stream free movies and TV shows and even music off of this application. I hope it launches, since my display recorder tends to crash random apps. I hope this does not happen, so let's see if it loads. Ah, there you go. There's a little Movie Box symbol that's about to chomp down and bite something, which it usually does. Oh, there you go. Alright, and then let's see the application itself. No, I don't feel like clicking on an app. So here we go, the Starving Games. I don't know if you've heard of that. Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, Prisoners. These are all the famous movies that are trending right now. You can go ahead and search their huge thing. It's like a Netflix, but it's free. So that's pretty amazing. As you can see, there's music and even my library. So that's pretty cool. You can go ahead and get it. It is called Movie Box, and I hope you enjoy it once you get it. And by the way, if you don't know where to get it, it's off the Accelerized repo. If you don't know what that is, go ahead onto Google and... Alright, let's move on to our next Cydia tweak. The next Cydia tweak, which is going to be number 11, we are going to be reviewing Mini Player, and it is a fairly awesome tweak. Basically, whenever something is playing on your iPod, you can use this little thing, which is available on your lock screen and your home screen, or in any application of your choice. You can simply slide from either the right or left, or top or bottom, and from there on out, you can search for music. So let's go ahead and try out something. There you go. And then click done, I guess, because I don't have any music on here. And then you can simply click on that, and if I had songs, it would show me a bunch of songs, but since I don't on my iPod, I try to keep it nice and snappy. My main device is my iPhone, not this thing. You can also scroll, and I don't have anything playing at the moment, then my voice would stop recording. You can also see who it's by, nothing is on the air at the moment, and of course the song name. And then when you double tap this, it does turn a different color. That's just a neat little trick of this thing, and when you slide it back, it goes back to wherever it should be. The final trick of this is probably the fact that if you hold it down, you can shuffle, open up things, and if you double or hold down the little music icon right here, it will bring you directly into the music application. So it's like a bunch of secret hidden features into one tiny little thing. So I guess that's why they called it Mini Player, not something like Music Player or iTunes Player or Side Player. I don't know, it's a pretty cool tweak. It is called Mini Player, as I said, at least 500 times, so you should definitely go get it. And yeah, change it to the color of your choice. Let's keep on going. And it's fairly awesome. Sorry if my lock screen looks a little messed up or jumbled up, but this one is actually really, really cool since it allows you to bring your notification directly to your lock screen. And as you know, iOS 6 does not allow that, iOS 7 does, and it gets cooler because it sort of clears out the background of iOS 6 and tries to make it look more like iOS 7. You won't get the full slider feel, but as you can see, your slider is now clear, your clock is now clear, and of course the notification center itself has a blurred background, so that's pretty cool. Even better is the fact that you can add toggles up here and you can make that the choice you want. So yeah, every Cydia tweak has something to do with toggles one way or another. Nothing you can do about that, and I actually really don't mind that. So that is called Awyra, spelled A-W-Y-R-A. You can go ahead and get it, but stay tuned because there's more. I've not yet gone into the settings once, and now it's my chance. So this is called Stride, and it basically attempts to replace your password in a fairly awesome way. Basically, you're allowed to draw your password now, and I don't mean like Android where you just connect the dots. This is full-scale drawing. I'll show you exactly. So first off, you do want to enable it, and then you want to skip your PIN entry. Then, of course, go ahead and change password, and as you can see, this whole thing shows up, so that's pretty cool. And I'm going to make my password simple, but you can make it a smiley face if you want. So that's the password right here. Voila. And one last time to make it all, sensitive. Good that. Now let's go ahead and try to test our password. Alright. There you go. And now I'm going to literally test it on my lock screen itself. So let me go ahead and unlock it and show you exactly what this thing can do. That looks pretty cool. There you go. Just like that. Yours does not need to be as simple as mine. I just did it for the sake of showing you exactly what Stride can do. And that is a gum flavor. Makes it all the better. And yeah, in the comment section below, tell me what your favorite type of gum is. That's the randomest question I've ever asked. But anyway, that is called Stride. S-T-R-I-D-E. Let's keep going. 5 tweaks are all going to be about multitasking and how to get from one place to another in the quickest, most efficient way. So the first one I thought of was, of course, App on Lock. I don't know if you've heard about this one, but you've probably noticed these little 5 icons on my lock screen at this moment. And it's actually really simple. You don't need to slide or anything. Simply double tap on any of those icons and the application, it says the application will launch. So if I double tap on the camera, it will launch. If I double tap on my app store, it will launch as well. Simple as that, and I don't want to get too into it, so let me go on to my next Cydia tweak. Okay guys, the next one is going to be called App. The tweak is called Insta Launcher, and it does allow you to launch things instantly. So the title makes perfect sense, unlike the last tweak I just reviewed. So let's go ahead and tap on the right side of my screen, and instantaneously this thing appears and the background is blurred, which just looks so awesome. And basically it allows you to launch applications just like Ramesses, but with a gorgeous display. Like, look at this, it just looks amazing. And yes, you can activate this from either the right or the left. And if you want to get rid of it, as you just saw, you can activate it in any way, and then you could just press this little thing right there. The video tweak I'll be talking about is fairly complicated. It is called Springtomize 2, and it's nothing no one can handle. Basically, it goes deep into iOS, and it basically allows you to change everything from animations to icons to folders, and I'm going to give you a little snippet of exactly what you can do. So inside of animations, you can change how long an animation is, what color is used, how slow it is, how fast, vertical. Old TV animation is also an option. There's capabilities which I highly suggest you don't mess with. Dock is also fun. You can hide the dock itself, you can hide the labels, or you can do fun things like add a cover flow effect. And let's see how that looks, but you're gonna have to respring in order for that to happen. Then of course there's a lock screen, and you can do a variety of changes to that too. Icons, you can make the icons bigger, you can make them smaller, you can add 6 icons per section, which is each row. Also there's folders you can mess with. There is the app switcher itself, and here you can do landscape switcher. So basically if your iPod's turned to the side, you can enable that and you'll be able to use your switcher in landscape mode. And you can also add more icons at once if that makes you feel more comfortable. There are a few other things such as the status bar, time machine, pages, theming, notification center, and more. Inside the notification center, you can disable it, you can add a custom background, or my favorite is blurry, since some people want their devices to look sort of mixed between iOS 7 and iOS 6, so yeah, that might look cool. So that is Springtomize 2.0, made for iOS 5 and iOS 6. I hope you go get it. And don't misspell it, it is spelled S-P-R-I-N-G-T-O-M-I-Z-E. I felt like I just rapped that. Alright, let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gotten down to our top 5 Cydia tweaks. How exciting is that? And let's do this, I guess. So, coming in number 5 is Reminisce. I still can't pronounce that, and so I'm going to go ahead and give you the spelling. It's spelled R-E-M-I-N-I-S-C-E. As to why they named it such a weird name, I don't know. But it's a really cool tweak, so let me go ahead and show you exactly what it can do. Simply slide over from the left and you get access to this little thing right here. And it's probably the fastest way to switch apps ever. It's just so snappy. So I'm going to go into phone. Voila, just like that. Phone has been there. Let's go into display recorder. Voila, display recorder starts. And it's just so fast, and once inside settings you can mess around with the animation of each apps, whether the titles show, whether anything shows, where it should be on the screen, how much sensitivity there is, so on and so forth. But that's for you. I'm not going to go too in-depth with this application in which I can't pronounce. So let's go on to number 4. For our next Cydia tweak, let's talk about a relatively famous one, and this one is called Jelly Lock, and basically it allows you to add toggles and a sort of Android-ish type of slider on your lock screen. So let's go ahead and add some app shortcuts. So for my number 1 app, I'm going to add App Store, just randomly choose across, trying to do this nice and fast. 3, we're going to pick Camera. 4, we're going to pick Contacts. I would like to mention that you can add up to 6 shortcuts. And then iApp free, which I don't know why I would ever click on that. And here's a more useful one, Maps. Okay, so now I would like to mess with the appearance, but you can go ahead and do that on your own. I'm just going to show you exactly what it looks like. So onto my lock screen we go, and it kind of looks weird with app unlock tweak. You see the little bar on top. That's not part of this tweak, that's part of the other tweak I mentioned. I'm sorry I didn't uninstall that, I forgot. But this is what the thing itself looks like. So you have a little Android slider thing, like a jelly bean, and if you slide to the right, it unlocks. And if you slide to any of these, it asks you for either your password or just launches the application itself. Camera, it launches no matter what, and you can launch camera this way as well. So it's a relatively handy tweak, and I hope you go ahead and get it. It is called Jelly Lock. So this tweak is called Axis, and it has a cool name. And basically, when you slide to the left, instead of simply swiping upward and being getting access to the camera, you can get access to your phone, messages, music, and of course calendar. Now, here's the catch, which is a good catch, because you can go into your settings and change those to anything you want, and they have 100,000 icons for like so many different applications. So there's a separate icon for WhatsApp, there's a separate icon for the Cydia App Store, so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and give you a little sneak preview of each. So messages, and as you can see in the background, messages is right there. I'll slide over again, music, there you go. And I'm going to slide over one last time, and as you can see, calendar. So very simple, very efficient, and very fast, and it is called Axis, A-X-I-S. Let's keep going. Alright, people of the world, let's get to our second best Cydia tweak 2013. This one is called Atom, not Atom, as some people mistaked in the last video I made on this, which was a while ago. A-T-O-M, and basically it's this little knob thingy down here, and it allows you to have up to 6 icons that are basically shortcuts that will automatically launch when you place this little knob on it. Or of course, you can go ahead and put that in the middle, and guess what? It will unlock your device just like that. Nice and simple. Now that is one of my favorite tweaks because it's fast. It allows you to access certain things from your lock screen. It's just a great application, well, tweak in this term. So yeah, go ahead and get it. It's spelled A-T-O-M. Now for the exciting news, it's time for our best Cydia tweak 2013. Before I get to the last Cydia tweak, I would like to mention thank you for staying with me. If you're not already subscribed, you should subscribe because I'm an awesome person, and if you subscribe, it makes you an awesome person. Go ahead, click that button. Thanks for staying with me throughout the year. I started making Cydia tweaks in February, and I never stopped. I mean, there was a few times here and there where people stopped making tweaks, but I didn't stop making videos about them, and I don't plan on it unless Apple gets rid of Cydia. Let's hope that never happens. And so yeah, just thanks in general, and hopefully I can reach 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That's a really, really tough dream, but yeah, I'm at 1,800 right now. Click that subscribe button, and I don't know, make my dreams come true. And let's get to the final Cydia tweak 2013, and it is called Vlox, and you have most likely heard about it since there was a bunch of hype about it back in the summer, I'm pretty sure. So basically it allows you to, instead of adding a folder, basically it takes folders and turns it into an mini application when you slide down from any certain app. So here's a good example. I'm going to slide down from weather. Sorry if it lags a little bit. Okay, And there you go, just like that, I have my weather for wherever I live. Hopefully you don't try to track me down. So yeah, it gives you weather, and it's not done yet, it keeps going. So say I want to use Cydia, there you go. It gives me a nice interface with all the latest Cydia tweaks that recently came out or need updating. Next off, we have, clock. Clock, it just gives you notifications. I would like to mention that if there isn't a certain Vlogs application for that thing, you can get it off of Cydia. You can type in Vlogs and then clock widget, and if there's nothing for it, say something like Crafter, which is a game, then it will just show you notifications. But there are a bunch, and the coolest is probably camera. So yes, it does open up an instant little mini interface with your camera built directly inside of it. And here I'm just going to go ahead and show you a few other ones, and then I'm going to leave off and allow you to install all these great Cydia tweaks. And in the description below, tell me which one is your favorite. Not out of all these, just in general, what is your favorite Cydia tweak ever? So here's maps. And there you go. Internet's a little slow, it would show you a map. Here's photos. You can instantly show people a certain photo or mail them copy a photo. Video, I don't believe there's anything. Calendar, I don't have any events going, but it would show, oh I do. It will show you certain events. FaceTime, it will allow you to call back anyone that missed a FaceTime call with you. And there's a bunch of other ones, and my favorite is probably settings, which allows you to change up the brightness slider and of course switch up a bunch of toggles. So yeah guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you stayed for the entire video, otherwise you missed out on some great stuff. And thank you for subscribing, since I know you clicked that button. And if you didn't, here's a little temptation. If you click that button, I'll send a cookie to your house. Alright? Thank you for watching. This is going to be me leaving you with 20 Cydia tweaks. And yeah, this is me logging off.